Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Kimberly and I'm a part-time reseller on a variety of platforms, primarily Poshmark, but I do sell on Mercari and eBay. I send some things into ThredUp. Again, not as much as I used to, but that's okay. And every once in a while, if I find a really good piece, I might send it into the Real. Today we are doing a bread and butter haul, basically. I went to the small thrift. So I'm filming this on January 6th, and today we're supposed to have this massive snowstorm come in, and places were closing early, and I was like, I kind of still want to go thrifting. So I went over there, and I'm glad I did, because they had nobody in the store. Like, I've never seen it so dead. This haul is bread and butter. I think there are a few little gems, but for most part, this is kind of like bread and butter for me. So I kind of wanted to show it off and show you guys what I got. I want to mention, so I spent out of pocket $58. 3 items I gave to my mother right away because they were t-shirts that I pulled and bought for her. And 5 items are books. Now, I didn't include the books in my total when I did my cost of goods, but my cost of goods ended up working out to $2.50. And I actually saved because I had this particular thrift store has a discount card for, based on purchases, like spend $10, you get a punch, $25, you get 2 punches, things like that. And I had a full card. So I was originally supposed to pay like $78, and then I saved like 25%. So totally worth it. Love when I have a full card. Started a new card today, so it's going to be a while. But I think that I got some good bread and butter pieces for $2.50. And we'll talk about that. So here's the full bag. It is one of those TJ Maxx bags, and it is full. And it's heavy. The books are at the bottom of the bag, so they're going to be the last thing I show you guys, but whatever. And yes, I do intend to sell a few of the books that I pick up when I thrift. Here books are $5 for $1 or $1 each. So I always try and pick up 5 books. Doesn't matter if it's hardcover, softcover, anything like that. And I just signed up for Pango. I think it's Pango, and it is basically it's an app to sell books. So since I'm a major reader and I have books everywhere, you can see some of my books. I figured, why not? So let's start off with a truly bread and butter piece for me. So this is Chico's, and I've actually sold this exact top. So, I picked it up again. It has these little gold sailboats on it, and this is actually a better size than the one I sold last time. This is a Chico size 3, and it also says on here that it's a US size extra large. This is the ultimate tee. I actually sold this one before for I think it was like $18. So for $2.50, heck yeah, I'm going to pick this up. And again, the last time I sold this, it was a smaller size. So that's always something to consider. I like having Chico's in my closet. It sells really consistently for me. So anytime I can get it for under $3, I'm picking it up. T-shirts even. It does have to have something going for it though, I will say. This is one of the gems I was talking about, and I've actually never sold this brand as pants, but these were the only pants I found today. These are a pair of J. McLaughlin size 10. These are a really nice, and let me tell you, I looked these over real carefully because white pants, whew. But these all pants in the store were $2. So for $2, heck yes. I will say I did go through the pants, but nothing that I was like, I have to take that home. They had a lot of Briggs, and there was another brand that they had a lot of in the store that I was like, I'm good. Next up is a collab between Draper James and Land's End, and this is a size 2X, so it has things going for it. First of all, I do have to say Land's End is a good brand to pick up. Just don't expect a lot. I find it to be good bread and butter if it has multiple stacking, multiple things that make it worth picking up. I do think this being a collab and 2X helps. So here's the label. But this is a polo shirt with a floral print all over it, and it has like a gingham collar. I think this is so cool that I was not leaving it behind. And again, for $2.50, worth it. Next up, we have a long sleeve men's tee. This is the brand In Gear. It has a UPF of 50 plus. This is a Florida shirt. Now, I'm currently in Massachusetts, so anytime that I see Florida shirts, I'm kind of like, huh, don't get that stuck. So you'll kind of see right here, it says, Happy Rooster, Stay Salty, 1828 Key West, Florida. It also has it on the back. And then the sleeve has the Happy Rooster, Key West down the sleeve. It does have a small spot, but I'm pretty sure I can get that cleaned up, no problem. This is a good little find, and again, $2.50. So this is a Nike Pro, size medium, in this hot Barbie pink. It is just a quarter zip, and it is their dry fit. I really love this. I like that it's got the like speckles at the front, but then it's solid pink at the back. I've done decently well with my Nike, and especially if I can pick it up for cheap. Okay. Oh, I forgot to give this to my mother. She has another shirt coming to her. This is just a Gildan t-shirt. It was new with tags. If it doesn't fit her, I will sell it though. It says, don't tell me what to do. You're not my dog. My mother's dog lets her know it's time for a ride without fail. All the time. So I couldn't resist that particular shirt. Next up is, this was kind of a mix of things. I picked this up on style because it's kind of out there. I picked it up based on material because it's 100% silk. And I'm going to look it up because I've actually never heard of the brand. However, I wasn't going to leave it behind. So this is a button-down shirt, 100% silk. I just thought this was so pretty. It is a size large, and it is, I think it says Burka Bibos. I'm not really sure. But here is the label. And I just, couldn't leave this behind. I thought it was such a cool shirt. I know it's not properly buttoned, but I did look this over pretty well. I didn't see any marks, which is good because there was another button-down silk shirt that I was like, oh, I have to pick this up. Got up to the register and found a giant hole at where the underarm was, and I was like, oh, well, never mind. I was really disappointed too. Next up, we have the Mountain. So it is this gorgeous cat, and I just think this is going to do well. If you've never seen, there's the Mountain. This is such a good brand to pick up, I think, when it comes to graphic tees. I've seen it do really well. I've never found the Mountain before, but this is the second time only that I've ever found it, and the last time was like a week ago, which is what was just filmed in another video that I recently did. And I found it at the same place. So somebody donated their Mountain shirts, and I'm not mad at that. Next up, we have American Apparel, size large, and it is another graphic tee. This time it is Winnie the Pooh and his friends as, I think they're called Tsum Tsum characters, but I just thought that was such a cute graphic tee. Good size because it's a size large. I like selling graphic tees. I do sell them pretty decently. Let's see. This one, I don't know anything about, but the label caught my eye. And I have to say that I really can't look things up because there's something about that particular building. My phone doesn't work all the time, and there's no windows to stand at. It's just concrete walls. So the only window is by the door, and the door is through a different room, and they really don't want you pushing the cart with the clothing out there, which makes sense because that's mostly the exit. They only put Christmas and holiday stuff out there. So I didn't get to look this up, but there was something about the label that made me think I should pick that up. I also haven't looked this up. You can see that it's just been in this bag. I just brought it home. I actually did the shopping today. So it is Jacques' Girlfriend, New York. It is a short sleeve, cap sleeve style of flannel, plaid, whatever. Sorry about that. My phone died. But I was showing you this shirt. And let me go back because since I was waiting for my phone to recharge while I plugged it in, I looked it up. So anyway, this is a sleeveless plaid flannel shirt. It has the nice like detail in the back to make it flowy. It's a size extra large, which I thought was a good size, and I'm so glad I picked it up. Apparently, they're long sleeve. Now, obviously, this is a short sleeve, so I have to look that up. But they're long sleeve flannels from this brand retail at $129. So, I'm really glad that I went with my instincts and picked this up. I actually really like selling shirts like this. I like wearing shirts like this. So I figured, why not? The worst that can happen is I sell it for $20, you know what I mean? But I think that might do better. This was on the half price rack anyway, so I wasn't going to leave it behind because I think it has a few things going for it. First of all, this is a Talbot's. It is Talbot's factory because it has the diamonds underneath the name. It's a size medium, but it's this cute little, almost like gingham print with short sleeves, and at the sleeves you have this little bow. I just think it's a cute basic. It does need a bath because I don't know... It reminds me of smoky incense. It's not terrible, but I don't think anybody really wants to walk around smelling like this. And if you do, you probably want to spray it yourself. So this is gonna go in the bath. But I think because it's a short sleeve, so it's half off of $3.50, so it was like $1.75. Yeah, I can't leave that behind. This was also on sale for $2 right away. It does have a flaw, but I saw it immediately and it's not a big flaw. So I still think this is worth picking up. So this is Eileen Fisher. It's a size small and it's an open front long line cardigan. And I don't know if you can see it, but there is a small hole. Let's see. Can you guys see it? Right here. There's a small, very small hole. This is 100% merino wool. So even though there was a flaw, I thought it was a small enough flaw that it was worth picking up. I've done decently well with things like this, even flawed, so I'm going to give it a try. Next up, we have something that I normally might have skipped, but again, half price, totally worth it. Again, $1.75. So I liked the color on this, and I liked the feel of it. I also liked that it had the little keyhole. And it had factor stacking. This is a Pendleton. It is warranted to be a Pendleton, size small, and it is a really cute, so there's the Pendleton label. And I went and looked it up because I was like, I'm sure that's not wool. And I was right. It's actually 49% silk, 30% nylon, 21% cotton. I like selling things that have silk in them, even if it's not 100% silk. And I thought with the brand and the style, this could do well. Again, I didn't spend a lot. This was another thing that was on the rack that was half price. So this was only $2 because long sleeves are $4 normally. This is Tech Gear. And it's like one of those pullover kind of outerwear type tops. Long sleeve, has the little thumb hole there. I don't know, it just felt nice. I thought it had a nice like style. Worst case scenario, I bring it to Plato's Closet. This was, let's see, where is it? It has the zipper. Where is my tag? I saw my tag. There it is. It is the Warm Tech in a size extra small, so it's polyester spandex. I just really liked this. And I've actually done decently well with this particular brand. I don't think that, no. Next up, we have... This was only the second thing I found, so I was like, you know what? Good brand, good, little gem. So it is this really cool, so it's a vest, and it has these giant buttons, and it's only 2 buttons, so that it kind of gives you this offside type feel. It is the brand Autumn Cashmere, which is a good brand. It's a size small, and it is 55% wool, 45% cashmere. It does have like the smallest of stains right here. I don't even know if you guys are going to be able to see it because this particular design is pretty good for hiding a stain or two, but I saw it and it's right there. I'm going to try stain sticking it and spot treating it. We'll see, because there's, you know, one or two little spots. Honestly, I could probably sweater shave it off because this is kind of a textured material. I will say that the this one is very tightly on there, but this button is a little bit wobbly, wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey, but it is attached. So I will note that as well. I just think this is such a good little piece. So soft. It is so soft. Next up we have, do I have another one of my mother's shirts? Probably. Next up we have a graphic tee that I was not leaving behind because I loved this show. It doesn't fit me, but that's okay, because I'll sell it. I knew it wasn't going to fit me. I just didn't want to leave it behind, because I was a fan. So this was Riverdale, and it says Riverdale High Bulldogs. It says Riverdale High School on it, established 1941. I just couldn't resist. It is a size large, and it says on here, Riverdale and all related characters or elements of the WB, and blah, blah, blah. Cotton polyester. I liked the shirt. I liked the style. I liked the simplicity. I liked that it's for a pretty popular TV show even now, even though it's off the air now. And I like selling graphic tees. I'm pretty obvious about that. Oh, I did get another pair of pants. I forgot. But this was in the sportwear, that's why. So I didn't really think about it. This is Victoria's Sport, size medium. And I could not resist when I saw this print. It is this gorgeous star print, and then up the leg is like a big old thing of glittery starness. I loved these, and if these had been my size, I'd be keeping them. They're so cute. But, you know, it's also athletic season. You might as well have fun if you're going to work out. All right, let's see. I found the books, so let me show you the books before I get into this. Hold on. Okay, before I show you the final 3 clothing pieces, let me show you the 5 books that I picked up. So I picked up the early works of Edna St. Vincent Millay. I read her when I was in college. Only liked 1 or 2 of her things, but this book is in such nice condition. The pages are still white. They're not yellowed in any way. It barely looks like it was ever read. This was $8.95, and it's poetry. It's the Barnes & Noble Library of Essential Reading, which I do think it is. I'll probably put this on my shelf, even though, you know, she's not my go-to poetry author, but that's okay. Next up, we have The Grim Reader. These are hardcover books. This is Secrets of the Castleton Manor Library. I can't resist this because it is about Cape Cod, Massachusetts. I'm from Massachusetts, so couldn't resist. It's kind of a Sherlock Holmes-y type thing, but so I found this book, which is The Grim Reader, and there's a cat. It's a detective and a cat and all sorts of things. There's A Novel Murder, which, okay, there was 3 of these books, so I couldn't resist. And then there was this one, which is Bitter Words. So the fact that I had 3 books from this particular series, and they were really good condition. These are also the paper covers. So the paper covers are even in good condition. Let's see if it comes off. Yeah. So, and then underside look good. So I was not going to leave this behind because, again, I only paid 20 cents for these. And these books, I don't know, do they have a retail on them? Retail price, $19.99 each. So for 20 cents, yeah. And then, yeah. So I will always buy something interesting book-wise. And I thought this was pretty cool. It was originally retail $12.99. It is hardcover, and this is Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them by Newt Scamander. Obviously, it's J.K. Rowling. I'm not going to talk about that, but I think this would be good. I'm going to list this one on Pango, I think. Now, finally, back to clothes. This is Apartment 9, size extra large. This is going to my mother. So it says, if I can't bring my dog, I'm not going. That one's going to my mother as well. She has 3 other shirts. I basically bought her 5 shirts, so let's hope she likes them. And then the final 2 pieces were kind of shocking, and I'm excited for them. So hold on. Okay, let's start with a little tiny story time before I show you these 2 pieces. These are from the same brand. They're not the same size, but one's a small, one's an extra small. Normally, I don't pick this brand up unless it's something good. But like, has a lot of factor stacking going, right? However, I think this kind of does. So I'm not a big fan because I've never been able to move it. I usually have to send it into ThreadUp. And that brand is J. Jill. However, I saw this out of the corner of my eye and I was like, wow, that's a really pretty color. Let me take a look. And then I felt it and I went, I need to look at the material tag. So here is the J. Jill, right? And it's funny because my mother had just looked at a shirt from J. Jill and I'm like, yeah, that brand doesn't really do well. Not for me anyway. But it's good bread and butter for some people. And then I looked at this one, and it is 61% mohair, 31% nylon, 8% wool. And I said, you know what? With that material, the fact it does have a decent brand recognition, and it's a lightweight sweater, yeah, I'm going to pick it up. And I love the color. I think all of that is good factor stacking. Loved this. Put it in my cart right away. Even made her feel it. And I was like, Ma, what do you think this is? And she's like, oh, it can't be mohair, is it? I'm like, it's mohair. So that was a cute little conversation we had. And then I'm walking down the aisle and I came across a second one. It's not the same size, like I said. So that was the extra small. This is a small. And again, J. Jill. And it is the exact same thing, but in blue. And I don't know if somebody owned both of them, but they seem like they're almost the same size. And again, they're 61% mohair. They feel nice. They're definitely a little scratchy, but it's not terrible. So I just thought this was such a good piece, good find. I didn't see any flaws. And I did look it over because, like I said, I found that little flaw in the Eileen Fisher. It's one thing to buy like a flawed Eileen Fisher, a flawed Tory Burch. It's another thing to buy a flawed J. Jill. It may have good stacking in terms of the material, but if it's got a hole, I'm not picking it up. But anyway, that's my haul. It was pretty basic. I would say it was more bread and butter than anything else. And more shirts for my mom than anything else. But I had fun. It did take me a little while. I went through all of the men's stuff, and this time I could not find a single men's shirt to pick up. In part because most of what they had was button-downs, and I don't do well with them. Not even because I don't sell them, I don't list them. I literally have a stack of men's button-downs, and I'm just like, someday I'll get to them. Someday better come soon because I need that spot back. But yeah, let me know what you think. Would you have picked any of these items up? Would you have left any of them behind? At $2.50 a piece, I'm not leaving that behind. I will say I took the $1 off for these and didn't include these in my cost of goods. If I had, because I did do that math as well. If I had, my cost of goods would have been like $2.05. But I didn't want the books to be considered part of the haul per se, because that wouldn't have been fair to the books in terms of pricing. So, but yeah, let me know what you think. Did you have a favorite piece? I will say I don't actually have a favorite piece. I have a few favorite pieces. I really love the mountain t-shirt. I actually really love the 2 mohair sweaters from J. Jill. And I'm not going to lie, that autumn cashmere vest, ooh, it's so soft. Like, I wish you guys could feel it. It's so soft. But let me know what you think, and I will see you guys in my next video. I will say that I have a Goodwill Blue Box coming. It is a mix of jeans and thrifty apparel. I am looking forward to seeing how bad it is. And I'm going to unbox it for you guys because I haven't ordered one in a while. And I want to see how much it's changed ever since they've started breaking boxes down by brand and stuff. Also, they were on sale. It was $7.99 for denim, for the denim box, and was it $7.99? It was $14.99 for the denim and $7.99 for the thrifty apparel. I knew one of them was $7.99. And then $7 for shipping because I think the thrifty apparel was light enough that they didn't add more. I don't know. But that should be coming soon and I will unbox that for you guys. So come back if you want to see that and let me know what you guys think and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.